Hello everyone, welcome to this new video, this new series actually. Today we are doing the joy of building with texture pack Better Vanilla Building. So yes, can you explain for us what this is all about?
In this series, we will build structures with many of the special texture pack blocks the pack has to offer to show you and inspire you to use them in your own build.
Alright, so yeah, let's start off by showcasing this blue prismarine modern style build that we've created. So first off, as you can see on the wall here, we use prismarine bricks, but as you can see, the texture, it's different on this wall than if I place down the block. And that is, for everyone who knows this texture pack pretty well, you would have already guessed it, but that's because we are using the small prismarine bricks. So if you're new to this texture pack, what these are connected textures, which means that if we place a brick, next to the prismarine bricks, you can see that they turn into the small bricks, which is a special texture in the pack that you can use to bring some more variation to your build. So as you can see here, it adds a whole new block to your building palette, which is pretty nice. So when we're looking around our build, you will see these special connected textures getting used quite a lot, and every time one is used, I'll point them out so that you can see how they work and how you can use them in your own build. Then down here we have a pretty cool carpet using cyan terracotta. As you can see, every terracotta in the pack has their color downgraded a lot. If you know the regular Minecraft game, the cyan terracotta blocks are very, like, they have a lot of colors and they shine out pretty well, and because of that you can't really use them in any builds because they don't really look good next to any other blocks. But in this pack, as you can see, the cyan terracotta, whoops, looks very great next to like prismarine, because their color is pretty much the same. All right, let's move on to our kitchen. Um, as you can see here, we have used a blast furnace. And again, if I place this down, you'll see that the texture is different. And that is because over here we're using a diorite blast furnace. So how we did this one, as you can see, this down here is a andesite slab. And you can see the polished diorite block is under the slab. And this is done because, as you can see, if I place my blast furnace on here, you will see that the texture changes. And if I place another one on the back, you can see that the top changes as well. Um, but if we then place blocks around this, you can see that the connection between these two blocks get broken, and the texture will go back to being the regular texture. So how you can fix this is by using slabs, because they are not full blocks, and because of that they don't break the connection. So if I place slabs all around this, you can see that my furnace, my blast furnace, will still be diorite, and I'll have a cool floor around it. Okay, so we did this. We placed a slab over here, also down here, because as you can see, when I remove or when I make this a full block, the side changes back. So this is a slab as well, and this one as well. Now, like I showed you before, the top texture doesn't change if you don't have a block next to it. So over here, we've hidden that block with a dark prismarine stair, which is this block. And as you can see behind it, we have the polished diorite. So as you can see, this is the one that controls the top. Alright, over here we have more blast furnaces, and as you can see, this time they have the andesite color. And where we've hidden the andesite bricks is behind here. So as you can see, if I remove these furnaces will all go back to their normal texture. And since we can only see the front of these blast furnaces, you don't need another block below, above, or behind it, because the only texture that you really need to get changed is the front, and you can just do that by playing a block next to it or under it if you want, but on this case next to it works pretty well. Alright, and then last but not least, we have our dining room over here. As you can see, we've decorated the walls again using the prismarine bricks. Over here, we have some birch bookshelves, which how they work is also with connected textures. As you can see, there are birch planks hidden behind here. So when I take my regular bookshelves and place a birch plank next to it, or any other type of plank, it doesn't have to be birch. If I take the acacia over here, you can see they turn gray. So that's how we made these bookshelves, by hiding some planks behind here. So as you can see, when I remove those planks, all of the bookshelves will turn back to oak. Now this works pretty well because, as you can see, we have a birch table over here. We have some like birch bar tables or whatever they are, and over here we have a birch cabinet. So making the bookshelves birch really helps tie everything together, and it just works really great in your build, using all of these colored textures and of course all of these brick textures. You can really add some variation to your builds and how they look. Alright, so this was the first episode of The Joy of Building with Better Vanilla Building. I hope you enjoyed, and then we'll see you next time in the new video. Goodbye, guys.